This is the print I never got framed for the art exhibit back in Cincinnati, but this was like the picture I resonated most from post-grad travels. This was the Mojave Desert, and all the sunsets would be like yellow and orange, but there was just pink in the sky, and it lingered one night, and I'm like, man, that is powerful. And then there's a couple designs Ruby did. This being the first one. I was like, I want a skeleton and a mule and a hat. And so they drew this, and I gave this to someone on Instagram for the Instagram logo. And then the other, probably back in March, I'm like, I want a coyote, a raven, and a volcano. And we'll see what this gets turned into. I'll probably send it to the same guy for him to make a cartoon that could be put on a shirt. But these, going back into this big one. These are like the main recent ones that Ruby designed. Yeah, so they're so talented. It's remarkable. Imagine this on a shirt. This being like the little logo part that says Sunset Frontier or one or the other, and there's like an option where it could be like a white shirt with that, or a black shirt with the sunset part. Then imagine this being on the back. So this was the climax, or like the peak of my mushroom ceremony in Costa Rica, where I was laughing so hard about the journey up to that point, the past year or so of my life, traveling and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, how am I gonna tell this story? What's gonna happen? How am I gonna like articulate it? And so I was in the dirt outside the Maloca in Costa Rica, and I hit the ground because I was laughing so hard. I needed like to be grounded and touch grass. And as I'm lying down, I felt the ground start vibrating, and the dirt began to disseminate, and I watched my body fall into this pit. And as I'm in this pit, I watched flesh rot off my body. And then I stared at myself as a skeleton. And then all of a sudden, dirt filled the pit, and this new tree grew, just like this one here. And I stared at the tree for like, I don't know how long. But after that, I'm like, okay, it's over. It's done. And then the sun starts rising at like 4 a.m. in the jungle of Costa Rica, as you see this red coming up over like the foggy mountains. And this guy turns to me, he's like, Happy Easter. And it was Easter morning, as everyone's kind of coming back to life from their journey, whether they were sleeping or whether they were deep in it. And the cherry on top of all of this was, as people are waking up, there's still one guy who I got to know really well named Greg. He was like one of the land keepers of Jungle Medicine in Costa Rica. And we would go like chop firewood with the locals and go on hikes to like the towns on dirt roads, through the hills, through the orange trees and lemon trees, eat food along the way, and stop to do hape. And Greg was still sleeping as everyone's kind of awake, and he was still like rolling over, trying to get some sleep as everyone's awake. Where he woke up and just like turned his head as people are awake, and he was like so deep into the sleep, so deep into it. It was like watching someone wake up that you've known for like a couple weeks in such a funny way. I'm holding in laughter as everyone's kind of done. Like I'm still going on all of this, like getting out all my laughter, all the tears. And it's like there's just still so much laughter going into the rest of the morning, because that was what a lot of the mushroom ceremony was crying and laughing and not knowing what was coming out other than it was going, and there were tears coming down my eyes, and sometimes I was smiling, sometimes I could feel the pressure in my eyes. But this was the big moment, and you can see he's wearing the hat in it, which is just so kick-ass. And I'm not sure if you noticed this here, but they put Ohio in there too. Just unbelievable.
Where is Ohio?
Like the bottom part of the state. Like this is the state of Ohio.
Holy shit, dude.
And it's like this is all just happening in the back of this car here. I'm in a suburb in Alabama. and I'm going to Arkansas this week. I'm not sure when I'm going to get there or when I start work or what I'm going to be doing after Arkansas. But I know I'll be somewhere, whether it be Michigan, Ohio, or a completely different side quest. This is just the life we're in at the moment. Oh, thank you, Jen. Yeah. Jen, how was the experience?
Oh man.
We stepped over here to get
Out of the sun. I wouldn't even know where to begin to say that. To say what this has been like. Other than what we have already said so many times. Magic and madness. Stardust. It's really, really cool. And I am honored to have seen it up close. You're a fucking wild cowboy. You're doing it. You are living your very best life.
Thank you.
Yes. It's that picture right there.